Boom! There we go. How are you going? I am sorry for that loss of sound. For some reason, OBS is not working with me. It's supposed to go automatically, but it did not do it this time. My bad. Uh, Thank you for letting me know that 420. That is a wonderful, wonderful thing you just did for me. I would have literally just talked forever and ever and a day. But like I was gonna say, but I was being muted. I'm gonna be reacting to Reddit and TikTok cringe compilation number 85, and let me say, this is some cringe ass shit. It is pretty. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do with OBS, especially when you want to be quiet for certain times and then you don't want to be quiet for another. It was supposed to cut on automatically, but it didn't. It's being a pain in the ass. I got my little health potion here. This shit looks crazy, don't it? It's wild. It's a nice little health potion. It's a shitload of fruit blended together in an amazing little soda. Super amazing. Way better than any kind of caffeinated energy drink. Because man, I am. And if it was fermented, I would. I don't think I would have any energy, to be honest with you. Nah, it's just a nice little. It's like a fruit smoothie in a way, with some soda, some mineral water. It took me forever to think of what it was. And you can mix these little sodas, the little kids Zevia sodas. Those go real good with them. Those go real nice with them. It's because and the kids ones they have the appropriate amount. They have the like. I swear to you, unbeknownst to most people, I think. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find these actually because they're usually in like. I always find them in fancy ass stores, like where all the rich people would go and shop and shit. So they're probably, but they are measured out properly. I think they were made for a bartender, to be honest with you. My dad, though. Woo! Mm. It's something about the tropical train wreck that it's just so many different terpenes together that has this like it just explodes. Like as soon as you hit it, all you can hear is like like it hits you so hard. I love tropical train wreck. It's probably gonna be my. Oh yeah. Um, where did it go? Holy shit! I am. Oh, there it is. I was about to fucking come unglued. I thought my bolt because I'm sitting here trying to get everything. I usually have all this nice and set up before I go, but since I'm going to be reacting to this video, I was like, yeah, because live reactions, I usually try to be about as me as possible. So I'm just gonna clean the bottom of this out because I don't like the way this is looking. Okay. And now get into my pack. It's almost time for a new one. That's, that is the most sweetest smell ever. Anytime I hear someone say, "Oh, I can't stand the smell of weed," it's like, man, what weed are you smelling? Because every weed that I like to go and smell, it smells sweet. It smells like it, like a bowl of cereal or something. All right. Yeah, I love skunky weed. I know a lot of people don't like the stench, that musky smell, but it's like that smell is like the most alarming smell. Like it it will wake me the fuck up. Like I will I had a friend of mine and it's true. You can blow smoke at someone sleeping if they're a real heavy cannabis smoker, they will wake up and they will literally just follow the smell. Cause I had a friend of mine blowing a big it was I think it was skunk number 3. I think that was legit the strain. He was blowing this big ass fat blunt at me while I was asleep. I was dead to the world. And then the next thing you know, I'm just rising up like, whoa, wait a minute, what's that? Like the smell like woke me the fuck up. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Where's that at? Because I knew it wasn't my weed. My weed at the time, I was smoking on something that wasn't no skunk. So I knew it wasn't mine. I usually have some kind of perp or something. That's always been my favorite. Like when I was growing up and you couldn't really get good herb, perp was like the best herb you could ever get. So having a blunt of perp was like that was like a sign of status and shit. But now it's like anybody and everybody who knows that purple weed is just weed that has a nutrient deficiency. So you can literally make good weed purple, bad weed purple. You can make any kind of weed purple as long as you know what you're doing. All right, I'm gonna have to hit this because this chick, I've seen her before. And listen, I ain't trying to have no hate on her for no reason, even though that's all she is fucking hate. That's all she is. But this chick is just fucking off the wall fucking crazy. So I'm gonna have to hit this shit. Yeah, yeah, the cold temps is what I mean when I say nutrient deficiency. Because the whole purple, when it goes purple, is the nutrients leaving it. That doesn't mean a bad thing either. That means like I mean it can be a bad thing if you're losing terpenes at the same time. because nutrient deficiency plus a loss of terps. You're talking about some shitty tasting weed. And it might still get you high as fuck, but it tastes like shit. I just know from my own personal experience growing that that nutrient deficiency is probably the best thing that we as a community could have ever found, because it brings out so many beautiful colors in cannabis. That purple, just that purple hue, that little purple hue, it brings out so much beauty. Oh, oh goodness. I had to stretch. Alrighty. Here we go. I'm gonna have to hit this because, like I said, this chick is. Mm-mm-mm. Let us let us try to dip.
Hi there, you must be new to my account. I say white to remind people that white supremacy is everywhere.
Just gonna call bullshit right now, because if white supremacy was anywhere, she wouldn't be allowed to even say what she's saying right now. Just saying. Like, her ass would be where? Probably dead. Let's just be real. Like, if that was a thing, she would not be alive. So, let's just take a moment to thank the lucky stars that, that kind of thing ain't around. Because, she wouldn't have the rights to be going around saying the stupid shit she's able to say without the fear of God being put into her. So, thank you, lucky stars, chick. She's really annoying, though. I'm just gonna go past this prejudiced person, because she's really prejudiced. Like, I don't believe in the term racism, because we're really only one race, so I don't really like to use that term. But prejudice is a thing, and I strongly believe that she has a prejudice towards white people. She's probably had a really bad experience with a lot of bad white people, and I can't change that. I can, treat her as much as she treats me. You know what I mean? And judging by the way she's saying, she don't like white people too much, so I'm not gonna like her too much. So let's just move on past the white person hater. And what is this?
Is really annoying.
She's still going
you should
on
change
about
your profile.
Fucking hateful bullshit. Why? Why are you so hateful? You live in a country where you can do and be whatever the fuck you want. You're not in communist China, so you don't get fucked over. You don't get told, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. No, you live in a country where you have the right to just bitch and fucking moan about all this shit that you're fucking bitching and moaning about. This is so crazy. This is a nut job. That's the only thing that makes any sense. That's the only thing that makes any sense. This chick is crazy. Ellen, I'm not even gonna try it. Manicure lady. See, two could play that game. Anyway, let's move past manicure lady and let's move on into Mr. Don Lemon. This guy finally grew some balls, but it cost him his job.
Go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s, maybe 40s.
What are you talking about?
Oh, man. That's a big for him, because he lost his job for this shit. But truthfully, he should have been speaking like that from the fucking get-go. And people would have actually accepted him had he been speaking his mind from the get-go. He might have actually had a job elsewhere had he just been speaking his mind from the get-go. This whole, appealing to people's virtues and all this other weird bullshit, like, no, you can't do that. If you really want to be a normal you, just a normal you, not a normal human, but a normal you, you as a person, you want to be a normal you, just speak your fucking mind. If it upsets somebody and you didn't have no ill intent, you just let them know what your intent was. Because intent is what fucking matters, okay? At the end of the day, intent matters. If I say something and it comes off wrong to you, my intent was not to be wrong to you, not to be harmful to you or mean to you in any way, then you should take it for what my intent is, not for what you decided to construct in your own head. It's just a this is something that I think a lot of people are struggling with, because I've noticed in day-to-day interactions with other people outside of my own circle, I noticed that there's a lot of communication barriers that usually boil down to somebody getting their feelings hurt over something that was not really meant to do that. And when that happens, usually the relay of intent is all that needs to be done. But there are some people who cannot accept it. It's like I don't know, they figured out how to weaponize their butthurt mentality.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime. If you look it up, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s. I don't necessarily.
40s. Oh, I got another.
I'm not saying
decade.
I agree with that. So I think she has to be careful about saying that politicians aren't in their prime.
You need to qualify. Are you talking about prime for childbearing, or are you talking about prime for being president?
What the facts are. Google it. Everybody at home. When is a woman in her prime? It says 20s, 30s, and 40s. And I'm just saying Nikki Haley should be careful about saying that politicians are not in their prime, and they need to be in their prime when they serve, because she wouldn't be in her prime according to
Google?
Google or whatever it is.
Oh my god. Now, this is a stupid fucking man. I hate these fucking things. So I gotta touch on Mr. Don Lemon Don. That man, I wish he would have grew a set of balls a little bit earlier in his career, but it makes sense. He had to rake in some money before he started, because a lot of people don't pay attention to history, but I was one of those people who just loved history. Matter of fact, most of the games that I play are based off of history in some screwed little manner. But that being said, I love history and I pay attention to history, and it's quite funny that you tie some of these organizations, some of these places back in time and history. They usually never were on the greatest side of things. So, specifically politically speaking, some of the people that they in general have appealed for were never really on the greatest side of things politically or humanly speaking. So it's kind of funny seeing some of their curtains being pulled back a little bit, and you can see behind their little show. Watch me, a grown adult. Watch me make a grown adult there. 6 a.m. milkshake.
Make a grown adult their 6 a.m. milkshake.
Dude, this dude
we
is
had already come
fucking
here.
bugging. Okay, alright. So there are some things that I can believe in based off of, there's too many weird coincidences and shit. And there's some shit but this dude, man, this dude's bugging. I've watched this entire episode. This dude is bugging. Bugging. I mean, he's cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. He's cool as fuck, brother. He is just flat out fucking bugging. I ain't ever gonna fucking just sit here and have these kind of conversations with. Joe's got some serious balls to have conversations with some of these people, though, to be real with you. I wouldn't have a conversation with this guy. Because this is the kind of guy who will literally cut your head open, pick you apart, and put you back together, like completely lobotomize the fuck out your ass.
Maybe people were brought over as slaves, but I don't think that the black people in America came from Africa on slave ships. I believe the people that were here were slowly conquered. First they got the East Coast, and then they started spreading out west little by little, conquering. And when you conquer a tribe, what do? You enslave them.
My ancestors, they came here, Vinland Saga. They came all the way down in. There's minor proof that they actually even made it all the way down into the Everglades. Some. There's very minute proof. It's not enough to say for sure. And it could be even somebody from, a little bit further down in the time period that decided to try to recreate and make it look like it. Who knows? But there are some minute artifacts in the Everglades that say that they just went all along the whole coast. Went all the way up into the Gulf. It's a possibility. The wanderlust of Norse people was quite interesting, but we won't ever really know. But that being said, there would have been stories of what my people would have called Moors along the coast. There would have been a lot of stories if that was the case. This dude's just bugging. It sucks. But, sometimes that happens. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that can twist the mind. And I feel like this dude might have peeled back some of those.
POWs, right?
Okay.
That's what you do.
But I'm still confused. There's a great history of slave ships being brought over from Africa.
History is his story.
Right.
What about my story? Is my story not valid?
But if you do 23andMe from out,
they cut a whole shitload right there. Because they have this conversation, and even he starts to not be able to deny the fact that a geneticist could easily get to the bottom of where somebody came from. And whether or not their ancestors was or was not, either brought here on a slave ship or they were here already or et cetera, et cetera. It's very likely that you will find one of my ancestors, because they were Irish, brought over here on a slave ship. It's just the thing, So that time period was just, and until we completely abolish, because see, people like to talk about the past entirely too much, and we don't really want to focus on what's going on right now. There's still slavery going on. Why the fuck would we really, really want to worry about our ancestors who made things right. You know, we can acknowledge them and honor them for what they did, but we should be trying to like maybe project that freedom a little bit. I don't know. In my mind, I feel like until slavery is completely abolished everywhere and all across the world, like why the fuck would we want to sit here and look back and pat ourselves on the shoulders like we've done something? We still ain't done that. And that's just been my feeling about it since I was in school. Like I was a little kid thinking about this shit. Like, why the fuck are we still patting ourselves on the back? There's fucking Chinese sweatshops. There's fucking people still in Africa being enslaved. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why are we acting like we've abolished something that we only abolished it here? It still exists all around the world. And it's fucking weird that nobody likes to talk about it, but they love to talk about some shit that ain't ever even happened in their lifetime to them or anybody they know. It's crazy.
Either way, if you take black people here in America and you do their DNA sample and it point back to Africa, what does that say? It says black people in America are Africans. Now, the argument is, were we brought here or were we already?
Because of the way that the fucking planet was all... We were together, not just in Pangea, but even before then, and multiple different formations, and the way it all split up. What the fuck do we got going on here? Somebody fucking... That fucking shit the fuck out of here. What the fuck? I didn't. That is who I think it is, isn't it?
I'm Michael Imperioli.
Yep,
Welcome
I
to
fucking
my
knew
home.
it.
Does it get
God.
with me?
Fucking damn.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This bitch gets on my
I've come
nerves.
to talk.
She really does, man. She needs to smoke a fat ass fucking blunt and shut the fuck up. I'm dead ass. I'm moving past her. I can't fuck with this bitch, man. She is Trisha Paytas. If you don't know her, don't look her up, because I promise you, it ain't gonna do any good.
Welcome to Raising Canes. I'm Trish. What can I get started for you?
Never cared for either
Is
of
this
them.
best man giving out the vows?
Whitney, I thought might be the one, and we had some good times. And then I found out she went to bed at about 7 o'clock, and that ruined that relationship too. So, anyways, my brother's a douche. What do you want to know? Winging it. Pull it in? Sorry. No, seriously though, Jason's always been a really good guy. We always haven't been the best of friends, but anytime I've ever needed Jason, he's always been there for me. Seriously, he took me to the hospital one time in the middle of the night. I'm not going to tell you guys about that story, but...
Wow. Like... Moments like that, it makes me glad that I don't have a brother like that.
Anyways, Jason's always been there for me. We don't use the L word around the Hemmer house, but you're the man, brother.
Dude, that was like... Like the most forced fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Like this whole entire vibe that he's given is so forced. What the fuck, my man?
With a finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense, not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see, so much to take in the backstreets. You never know if you don't go.
Yeah, so ultimately, that is some of the most wacky doo fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. Super fucking awkward. I hate these fucking, and I don't want to buy that bullshit because even then I still get fucking bullshit. Oh my god, Hurricane Ian coming to destroy Florida. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this one. It's gonna be some thought shit. Men, don't fall victim to thought shit. It's not good. These bitches give you shit Ajax can't pick off. You ain't trying to fuck with that. Alrighty, let's.
Bitch, I wake up, no style. Fresh as fuck, I put it on, no help, I need this shit. Let it fire, hold on, makeup, and she still look at this shit.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This dude back here, like, look, I know your dad didn't give you no attention, but get the fuck out of my way. Like, he's dead ass. Like, look at him. He's mad as fuck.
Today is day 9 of washing my asshole with conditioner.
What the fuck? What the absolute fuck is wrong with people?
This, my butthole is not silky smooth anymore, and it feels like there's something going on back there. I guess there's a reason why people don't wash their asshole with conditioner. I thought I was being unique. I thought I was being an entrepreneur. I thought I was creating something that no one had ever heard of. I was gonna be the next Elon Musk, bitch. My asshole's been itching for like the past 3 days, so I might have a little infection. Do not do this. Highly not recommended.
I cut it down to my 5 best girls, and I bought a new penthouse. I spent loads of money on new computers, new setups. Everyone had their own set. Everything was beautiful. Girls got in a fight one day when I wasn't in the house. I came in. You get a sixth sense to this. I could come in the house and I could like smell the girls have been fighting. And 2 of the girls were really, really drunk. And one of the girls who was really, really drunk way too much and started throwing up. So when she started throwing up, I said, listen, clean up. What the fuck? Like, and she was actually quite a cool person in general. She wasn't an idiot. She just drunk way too much. So I was like, clean up. She was, I'm not cleaning up. We have a cleaner, blah, blah, blah. I said, the cleaner comes Monday. It's Friday night. Clean up is sick. Anyway, she wouldn't listen to me, so I packed her stuff, threw it out the door, fired her on the spot. The other 4 girls worked. Everything was okay. And then she started texting me saying, hey, you owe me my wages. And I said, I'm not going to pay you your wages because you threw up all in my house, so I'm not paying. And then about 2.5 months later, 5 o'clock in the morning, my house was raided by police. She went to the police and said that I was forcing her to work on Webkit. And basically, I'd spent $250,000 on legal fees to stay out of jail.
Stupid shit. That's why I don't fuck with, like, and like, to me, that's just stupid shit. Like, there's so much better ways to get money than fucking around with fucking dumb bitches. I mean, that's his hustle, more power to him, but fuck him. That's a headache, not worth it. And obviously, he's now understanding that's probably not a headache worth it.
And I look, and I go around sometimes, and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just, selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
with that sound, I need to push this down and hit this because good. That boy is goofy. Like, go to school for it first before you start wanting to talk about it. Because, man, you're the product of fucking some of the most dumbest fucking people on earth. One I used to have a lot of respect for, but can't really. Anyway. Let's get that wax up in the air. He's like,
run.
That's me, dead ass. Nowadays, when I eat Taco Bell, I used to hear that a lot as a joke. I used to hear that as a joke growing up. But now I don't think that was a joke. Now I think I understand what they were saying. Because you can eat 2 or 3 meals, or not meals, 2 or 3 items from there, and it seemed like you just ate like a whole fucking, like a whole tray of things or something. Like it's so weird how when you get older, Taco Bell is no longer really like something you immediately think about going to eat. It's still something that I love, but I love making it myself, man. Why? Because I make it fucking 10 times better. Plus, they actually have their sauce at the store. They have their fucking refried beans at the store. Like, you could literally just make your own burritos and shit. If that's your thing, because, they got their specialty items at Taco Bell, so there's that. But you could just make your own burritos if burritos are your thing. It's fucking amazing to do it yourself. You can probably make out of 1 can. You could probably make. I want to say at least 5 burritos. And they're so much better. Oh my god, he keeps going about shitting in his mouth and shit. How come every time I skip it, this fucking thing wants to fucking do this? It's like YouTube is fucking with me. This is why everybody's going to Rumble. Oh, here we have another one of those people who like to do the fucking stupid ass face humor thing where they're like, they're fucking annoying, man. Like I thought at first they were making fun of people who have like some type of issues, so I wanted to be mean to them because I thought they were trying to be mean to people who couldn't help something. So I was wondering, but then I realized they were just trying to.
With battle, everything changed. I love cone.
I can't imagine being a fully grown woman that pays taxes and infantilizing myself for TikTok, animating myself to look like a child.
That's what I'm saying.
And sound like a child and act like a child while also trying to look sexy.
Yeah.
There's something very wrong with you. This is possibly my least favorite thing to come out of TikTok. It started with that Bella girl that was in the military and then also did this. Like, why are you trying to, like, look sexy to a voiceover of a child while also acting like a child?
You don't fucking do that weird fucking shit. Matter of fact, I honestly, I can't say it on here, but I promote harm to people when it comes to that. Because it's like, what are you doing? What is your problem? Like, if that's what you're into, if you were into colliding fucking perversion and childlike shit together, you're crossing into a realm of shit that you should have your face crushed in for. I know that sounds rough and brutal, but listen, that's not cool. I'm not saying that one chick does. I'm just saying people who are into doing a specific thing like that, yeah, they need to have their fucking face crushed in. That's bad people. They're bad people, and it seems like you're walking the lines of appealing to them. So I don't like that. I'll never will like that. And I'm glad. And then, like I said, it's gonna take females to call out other females about this shit.
Who do you think that's pandering towards? Who do you think's gonna like that content? You fucking weirdo. It's just like disturbing, and people are like, "Oh, she's just trying to make a video." No, she's not. No, she's not. She's doing something, and you know it.
Tell me your biggest secret.
I'm cheating on my boyfriend. With like,
Motherfucker! I swear to fucking God, I didn't just hear that.
five other guys.
I'm confused how.
Oh, hell fucking no.
Hell no. To the no.
God fucking damn, bitch. Why?
How he doesn't know.
Because I have a separate account.
I'm glad this dude's alright, man. More dudes need to be doing this shit right here. Putting these weird ass fucking dumbass hoes. These are young ass little hoes too. This is fucked up. This is so fucked up. They need to like not even do this shit. Like they need to not. Oh man, hell no. They're gonna grow up and regret every ounce of that shit. Every the fuck ounce of it.
Are your amino acids that bond together. Your body has 20 total amino acids, okay? That the science community knows of, okay? They've been discovered. 20 amino acids that form together, bond together, and they form their peptides, which is what he's studying. And peptides are your proteins. Your body needs this. They need them to function. Every organ system needs these to function, okay? No, your protein's not your main source of energy, so stop eating so much protein like it's your main source of energy. It's not. Anyway, not the point. So, yeah, he discovered that there's an unknown strand of peptide bonds in healthy humans that have never been discovered yet that aren't in people with cancer. So he's like, what's the difference here? These people have it, these people don't. So let's like take it out of them and put it into them, right? Like that's the problem it is. That's literally.
She looked like Sarah Michelle Gellar. Or not Sarah Michelle Gellar, but fucking I get them bitches always mixed up too. What's that bitch's name, man? Fuck. Sarah Michelle Parker? Is that it? The fucking bitch who played the witch in Hocus Pocus. She looks just like her for real. I swear she sounded just like her. She looked just like her.
It was a problem the entire time, and the government knows that. So he extracted these healthy, undiscovered unknown bonds out of the urine of healthy people and infused them in people with cancer, and within months, I'm talking about stage 4 legal cancer on their deathbed, cured, and the cancer never came back. They were like healthy as a horse, like they just resumed their life and went on. And he did this with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of patients. By the way, his office is based out of Texas. I would highly suggest you go there if you develop cancer and not go straight to chemotherapy, okay? So he's manufactured this drug, which the FDA has agreed that it is non-toxic. What it is it's called phenylbutyrate, okay? And it's basically just it's these peptides and these amino acids out of these healthy people, form them into a pill, only manufactures them in its office because the FDA won't manufacture them, because if they did, there would be a cure for cancer, okay? Yeah, the way the country doesn't want a cure for cancer. Whatever, so he takes this pill and you eat it, and then that's you're cured. You don't fry your brain from chemo. You don't need to. Anyway, so the FDA knows about this drug. They agree that it is non-toxic because it is. It's the least harm. It's the only cure for cancer. Okay. And why the FDA doesn't want everyone to know about hey, there's a cure for cancer, is because how would the government be funded? Okay, let's start with this. If you trust the FDA, you're an idiot, because as you should know, as soon as you open up the FDA's website and you see that they advertise recipes for beef and red meat as healthy, I don't know.
You need to be educated.
Okay? Everything.
That's all I'm hearing from her. It all sounds really good. It really does. I mean, honestly, the dude that she's talking about may actually have created a nice little peptide that goes in and fucks up cancer. But there's a lot of things that kill cancer. A good diet will kill a lot of cancers. Like changing your diet around and eating a specific way will fight off certain cancers. There's numerous things that you can do to fight cancers. So, yet again, this is one of those things that just, in a way, she's doing these over dramatic facial expressions that it's calling to bullshit. You know what I mean? It's very reminiscent of what a lot of bullshitters do. They like to do a lot of facial humor, or it's not facial humor to them. To them, it's like trying to sell whatever they're saying. But to me, it comes off like facial humor, because I'm like, you're full of shit. So I can easily laugh at it. But she may be believing the shit she's trying to sell. Oh well. God damn, she goes on forever.
We have no choice to pour our life savings like chemotherapy and radiation and fund the government. Government's got to make their money.
She's a 10, but she uses pronouns.
She's a 10, but she uses pronouns? It depends on what you mean by that, because if you're going out of your way to fucking use some extra ass bullshit, I'm gonna be like, dude, fuck off. I think any normal thinking dude will be like, yeah, you need to fuck off.
To me, it's just he, she. We got boys and we got girls. I don't know no other genders. She's trapped in the matrix, I feel like. So it's like she might do some matrix shit and try to matrix me. So it's like, I gotta get up out of there. I might juice her for a couple dollars. I can't really wife that up. I ain't gonna lie. She not wifey type. She use pronouns. She not wifey type. She is sucked into the matrix of what the norm is and the new regimen.
That's that shit that many like people like to call this the like this thing the Matrix. You know, I guess that's a good name. This is just one of those things that I refuse to call what I've always called, people that do shit. I always call them zombies. I've always have, because it seems like they're following this like, very hypnotic like mind program. Rose, some random girl came into the men's locker room, asked me for my number while I was recording this. Yeah. I don't think that dude would have a problem at all really getting a girl. Like, why does he have to do some cringy shit like that? Like, oh yeah, actually, I do think he would have a problem. You know why? Because y'all fucking have done obliterated the courting system. So there's that. So yeah, I guess he's done. Guess he's failed. Failed.
So I was just picking up my vehicle from an oil change, and the person came out of the garage and said, "What can I do for you, young lady?" And I know that this was intended to be a greeting of respect and kindness, or politeness maybe, but I had this immediate like, okay, young, maybe comparatively, I'll take it. But I was like, lady, what do I do with that? Like, it's so complicated because I know this person only intended kindness. There was a smile on their face. Like, I know that they weren't trying to like patronize me or gender me, but I felt so gendered and so inappropriately gendered, and I don't know what to do with
Did you
that.
hear
Like,
all
what
the
do you do
words that
with
she
that when
kept
someone
using? In a minute, because that's you're presenting as a alternative female, whether you like it or not. So anyway, she kept using I. That's because all those feelings that she was feeling was something that she constructed. Okay? She understood the intent, but she still wanted to fucking feel some kind of fucking way. So, these people are mentally off. They have problems. They need to go have a regular, you know, regimen of some kind of medication on. I highly suggest smoking weed every now and then. Maybe that might fucking help. Because Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I am done. I am done. That is absolutely brutal. What we learned today is that I don't have the patience for any of that anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. I had to skip through a lot of that. I had to skip through so much of that. Alright. Play multiplayer. Crimes. All the mods that I have on here. Hopefully fully updated. It's been a long time since I played bannerlord. Much love to you too, Nick and the 2 Connect. I ain't been able to look over and see this thing for a minute, so I don't know how long you've said that. I love that sound. Something about that sound that just gets me pumped the fuck up. For 500 years, For 5. I'm just doing a real quick creation of my character because I fucked up and didn't have a good character. Plus, I also gotta do my little Debbie poo. Boom. I don't know if it'll pick up this little bitch purr, but I love the way it purrs. What's beautiful is that cannabis wax. God damn. Can be like the size of a fingernail and it'll still be enough to choke you. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I subdued them. Took their ass.
Brother, it's been 3 days now with the bastards. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happened on the Kessler. How are we going to rescue our brother and sister? We are... This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush up on our skill. Are you sure about that? All right, then. Let us split up. One of a thing, brother.
One of a thing, brother. About it. Before I get started again, I want to do another whole dab real quick. Shit. This stuff is not moving off. I can still hear it in my end, so I'm trying to get it to where I can't hear it at all. What the fuck? Did it go away? Wait. I think it worked. Opens. Just gotta make sure. Alright. So yeah, in this playthrough, I'm gonna be starting off as just like, the main story. If you don't know the story of this, basically you start out as a nobody. And you gotta reclaim all your family and your birthright, essentially. Cheers. Okay. So now that I'm here, I'm gonna go over here to Zionica. Got some bandits along the way. Fight me if you dare. Didn't look like, but there was two, so it should be relatively easy. Should be able to charge right through them. If I'm on a horseback, they shouldn't be on horseback. God damn you. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't do it. That's crazy. It does it now, but it wasn't doing it. That's wild. The whole point of me fucking doing the modded playthrough is to fucking have it modded and it wasn't even doing it. What I was ultimately wanting to do with this whole playthrough was to eventually get like 6, 7 different generations and then kill off the oldest, which would be my main character, and see what they would do, how they would fare. But that whole settlements never rebel comes so in handy when you're trying to actually create your own army, because for some reason they don't want you to create your own army. It's the weirdest of shit. This is part of the Forbury mod.
I don't know you. I suppose you should tell me your name.
Hello there, little lost sheep. We are...
Man, I should have got some peoples. Wait, did I not get them? Local gang leader, Samara the Knife, What? They have all this whole mod right here adds all kinds of shit. Well, it's better than none. I was really gonna just go at it gun ho with none, isn't it? But you know, probably best that I didn't do that. That's cool. That forgery also adds a little mini game thing, kind of thing, where you possibly get something really good. I got something. I guess I can give a companion once I get one. Let's see. Here, I'm looking for that one dude named Lycon, whatever his name is.
Who are you and what do you want?
Lucan. See where he is. I think I That's cool. I think that's part of one of the mods too, because I don't recall that ever being in the game.
That's close enough. Who are you?
That's cool. So now I don't have to fucking hunt them down, and that makes this whole first part really fucking easy. 'Cause that's usually the most trivial fucking thing in the world. Go around fucking asking this person, that person, everything. Beer. Oh, I forgot I can actually become a bandit as well with the forgery thing. That's cool.
Hey? Hey.
is. Nobody there. Think of where to go from here. Just because I'm wanting to find Caladog, I think he's gonna be probably. Why am I doing this? I literally just found out that I could do this another way.
Well now, stranger, peace to you.
Trying to think of like what would be the best one to start. I think I'm going to just start with the. I always call it the French culture. It literally has a lot of French aesthetics to it, to their culture. So I think I'm going to start with that one. Criminal organization. Thinking. like, whoa, what happened to all my people? Don't have any food. Hopefully there's a companion here.
Yours is not a face I know.
Well now, stranger, peace to you. What is your name?
Give them the old teabag.
We whipped the bastards! Retreat!
I'm in a color here. I'm gonna continue to work on the old Stony mic here, and I will continue to play a little bit more of this later on down the road. You folks stay nice and stony. I will be back later for probably just another reaction, and that'll be probably it for the rest of the day. Anyway, you folks stay nice and stony. I am out of here. Peace.